Peace and love, it's Maya, and this class is Gentle Soul Flow with a focus on our hips. We are going to explore some poses that will help to alleviate chronic pain that we experience in the hips. Most of these poses will be held for longer periods of time, will be very gentle, and restorative. Let's get into it. I'm going to have you start off in a comfortable seated butterfly pose. So the soles of the feet will come together and you will inch so that the sit bones are rooted into the mat. Hands can be interlaced around the toes and have a nice straight spine. Take a deep inhale through the nose, gently out the mouth. Good, and start to flap your wings a little. So a gentle flap, 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 massaging the area in the hips. And then slowly start to press those knees towards the mat. Open them up as wide as you can. Take a deep inhale, straighten the spine, the arms, and open up. On your exhale, slowly curl forward, bringing your elbows to the inner thighs and leading with the chest. We're going to hang out here for a couple of breaths. You can choose to walk the hands forward. I want you to think about melting forward, not so much rounding in the spine, but letting the chest come closer to the toes on every exhale. And as you do this, begin to set an intention for your practice, whatever that intention might be, however you're showing up on the mat. My offering will be that you are gentle. Gentle with the body, gentle with the mind. I'm going to take just a couple more breaths here, releasing what you can in the hips. And then we'll slowly look forward and straighten the arms, straighten the back. Bring the hands to the outside of the hips. Gently close the knees, and let's bring the feet really wide, toes out. And then I want you to take one knee and draw it inward and create this internal rotation at the hip. Hold it here, and then slowly switch sides. So have this awareness of the body where you notice what's going on in that hip area. Breathing through any discomfort. Good. Now we're going to take it into a wide-legged forward fold, seated. So the legs are stretched out wide. You can take the hands to the inner thighs and kind of roll this meat, this tissue open. And send the toes out. Nice straight spine. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Good. On your inhale, stretch those arms up towards the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. And on your exhale, slowly fold it forward, bringing the hands in front of you. And same thing as before, leading with the chest. Maybe you come down onto those forearms. You can use any props that you'd like. So if you want to use a block or two to bring the ground closer to you, or if you'd like to use a bolster, that also will help make it a little more cozy. The blocks and the props are just tools to deepen your practice. They're not necessary, but they are nice little gifts. So a pillow, a bolster, or anything that brings the ground closer so that you can focus on deepening into the posture. You can choose to flex and point the toes a couple of times and feel what that does in the legs, all the way up to the insides of the thighs. And we're spending just a couple more breaths here. Breathe through the discomfort. Good, and when you're ready, we'll slowly bring it back up. If you have any props in front of you, move them. And then bend the knees, so use your hands to bend those knees and slowly bring the legs back in. Come into an easy pose, legs crossed, nice straight spine, inch around, move that love around so you find your sit bones. Take a deep inhale, reach those arms up. On your exhale, twist towards your right. And then I want you to bring the hands to interlace around the knee. Take a deep inhale, lift the chest. On your exhale, bend the elbows and start to bring the chest towards your right knee. Every exhale invites you to get a little closer. And then you can start to walk the hands out. Be mindful of that left knee pressing towards the ground. Breathe into the side body, breathe into the hips. A few more breaths here in this pose. See if you can expand in the rib cage with your breath. And then slowly lift the head, walk it back up to a neutral spine. Twist the chest back to center. Take an inhale, arms come up. On your exhale, twist to the opposite side towards the left. Wrap the fingers around the knee. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, chest collapses down. Nice and easy. Be gentle. Gentle with the body. And gentle with the mind. So if you notice that your thoughts are going from one to the next, it's completely normal. But I invite you to explore each thought one by one a little longer. And as you do that, allow the breath to guide you a little deeper. Maybe walk those hands out. When you're ready, we'll take it back up. Walk the hands back. Bring the chest back to neutral. Good. Now, we're going to come onto our hands and knees into table pose. Fingers are nice and wide. I want you to bring your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes come together and then sink down into a child's pose. Have those knees as wide as you can. Surrender all the way down. Drop the head. Relax. Think about pressing the hips and the bum towards the heels, lengthening in the spine. And 3 to 5 breaths here. Every exhale, there's an opportunity to get a little deeper. You can bring the chin to the mat if you like. When you're ready, let's walk it back up. Bring the knees in just a little, not all the way. And then walk the hands up and press the hips forward, coming into cobra pose. So a high cobra here. Look back. Make sure those legs are as wide as the mat. So taking a variation here, pressing the hips forward. I want you to breathe into the front hips. Wrap the eyes of the elbows forward. Take an inhale, ears away from shoulders. Can you deepen that arch any more? It's a nice stretch for the front hips. One more inhale. On your exhale, slowly send it back towards the heels. You can bring the toes in. We're going to flow through this ripple effect. So on your inhale, roll through a cat spine, roll it up. Exhale, press the hips forward, separate the legs. Inhale, straighten out, align. On your exhale, slowly send it back. Ooh. Keep it going. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, high cobra. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, bring it back down. I want you to find 3 more rounds. Going with your breath, finding your flow. That's what we're doing here. Letting your breath guide your movement. I want you to finish your 3 rounds. We're going to come into cobra pose and hang out here. So once in high cobra, still with the legs wide, take a nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, start to rock the hips from one side to the other. You can do whatever you'd like with the head. Maybe you rock it from side to side too. Maybe you drop it. More about massaging in the hips. So focus there. Good, and let's press it back and come into pigeon pose. So right knee forward, heel toe that left or right foot out. Try to get the shin parallel with the front of the mat or however far it will go today. Slide that back leg down and then start to massage from side to side. And then you can choose to stay right here. Turn around, make sure those toes are pointed back. Press into the top foot of the back. Press into the top of the back foot, lift the knee, gently bring it back down. Now, your choice, you can come onto the forearms to get a little deeper into the posture. You can stay on the hands. You can send the elbows out, stack the hands and relax the forehead. We're hanging out here, breathing through it. Every exhale, think about lengthening it a little more. And we'll slowly bring it back up. And I want you to rock over into the right hip. Slowly swivel that left leg around. You can help it if you need to. Try to bring this ankle on the left foot to the outside of the right knee. And if it doesn't come to the outside, you can let it plant right there on the inside. Your preference. Once you're there, straighten that right arm out in front of you. Wrap it around the knee, around the thigh. Anchor that left hip down to really root into your hips. Take an inhale, a nice straight spine. On your exhale, twist towards your left. Now this left hand can be a kickstand onto your fingertips, onto the palm. Nice straight spine the entire time. Option to flip the palm and tuck it back behind you just to get a little deeper here. Wherever you're choosing to be with the hand, think about twisting at the core and looking back behind you. And breathe into the outer left hip. Couple more breaths. And then slowly take your gaze forward. Come back to neutral with the spine. We're going to come out of this the same way we came in. Wrap that leg around you. Kick it back. Extend. Slide that right leg back. And you can readjust however you need to. Sway the hips from side to side. Feel what's going on. Maybe you extend that right leg back some. Roll the ankle. And then same thing on the opposite side. So left knee forward. Help to bring that left foot parallel with the side of the mat. The shin parallel with the front of the mat. Start to rock into it. Massage, massage. Nice and loose. When you're ready, come onto the forearms. If you did on one side, know that one side might be different than the other. So honor where you are. Press into the top of the back foot. Lift the knee. Gently place the knee back down. Elbows come out. Maybe the hands stack. Maybe that forehead rests down. You can use a prop here too. Make it accessible. Make it somewhat comfortable because I know that it is a little uncomfortable. But that uncomfortability is where the growth happens, is where we are able to get deeper. So nice deep breaths. When you're ready, come back onto the hands. Swivel to bring that bum, the hip, left hip over. Right leg sweeps around. Either bring the foot to the inside of the left knee or to the outside of the thigh. Try to anchor that right hip down, root into the feet. Nice straight spine. Left arm extends out. Big hug of the leg. Start to breathe into the outer right hip and then twist at the core. Kickstand the hand behind you as an option, or wrap it around. Look for that left hip crease. And start to twist a little deeper. Every exhale, a little deeper. Keep the integrity of the spine. And then we'll slowly bring it back. Looking forward, chest forward. And let's wrap that right leg right back around. Press into the palms. Bring the left leg back. Rock a little, reset. Just shake those hips from side to side. Wag your tail. Good. Now we're going to get even deeper. Frog pose. The knees are going to come as wide as the mat, or as wide as you can on the mat. Palms are planted. Start with the toes tucked in, so as if it's a wide-legged child's pose. And once you've got as deep as you can in the hips, flick the toes so that they point out. Now, Sometimes this is uncomfortable for the knees depending on how thick the mat is. So if this is really uncomfortable for the knees, double up on your mat, put some towels underneath your knees, make it comfortable. All right? Once you have found your placement with the legs, you can come down onto the forearms. And we're really deep here, y'all. So breathe into it. Frog pose is one of those poses that, ooh, it's like super intense. You can come onto the hands, bring the head down. Couple more breaths here. Let's bring it back up onto the hands. Slowly tuck the toes in. Sink the hips back. And find this motion where you're rocking back and forth to get a little deeper. And then come to sit on the heels. Or as far as you can. So the spine's nice and straight. Take another inhale. Exhale. Let's add a lion's breath into it. So inhale through the nose. Stick the tongue out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, let's come to close the legs. Rock a little from side to side. And we're going to come into dancing line because when you get so deep into the hips, we need to stretch all areas of it. So sink the hips over in one direction, hang out here, maybe bend the opposite elbow, and then switch sides. And this is just a nice reset to send that femur head to the outer hip because we stretch so much of the inner hip and we have to balance it out. You gotta balance it out. All right, so nice and sturdy in our table pose. Let's take an inhale and kick the right leg back without kicking the plants. Show the plants some love. All right, knee comes in and plant that right foot between the hands. And start to slide the left leg back. Come on to the hands. The hands come to the thigh. Root into both feet. Take an inhale, nice straight spine. On your exhale, sink the hips forward. Try not to bring the knee too far past the ankle. Nice straight, erect spine. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Let's bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe the right foot out. And use blocks if you like. I am going to use blocks for this to show you how to get into this in stages. So hips are forward. Come onto your forearms if that's accessible. If this is not accessible, stay on your hands. This one's really deep, so hips are forward. Maybe you choose to roll to the outer edge of the right foot. You'll find a nice release in the hips when you're there. Couple more breaths. You can even choose to bring the right hand to the inner right thigh, gently pressing into the thigh, chest away from the leg. conscious breathing here. Good. When you're ready, let's make our way out of it. Shift those hips back. Remove the blocks if you're using blocks, or if you're on your hands, either way. Bring the heel to the center. Have the right toes to point up. Pop onto the fingertips. Send the chest forward. Inhale. On your exhale, bring the chin towards the knee. Try not to lock the knee out. So have a little bend in the knee if you need to. Inhale, chest lifts, arms straight. Exhale, curl it down. One more, inhale. Exhale. Good, let's walk you to frame the right foot. Slide the right foot back, table pose. Same thing, opposite side. So plant it into our hands, into our feet and knees. Inhale, left leg back. On your exhale, draw the knee towards the nose. Plant the foot between the hands. Walk the hands up to the thigh. Root into the feet. Slowly send the hips forward. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, root. One more inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot out. Get deep. And I'm going to grab my blocks. You can stay on the hands. You can come onto the forearms. Whatever you did on one side, try it on the other. Find your limit. And know that your limit might be different from one side to the other. Now, your choice, roll onto the outer left foot. Maybe bring that hand to the inner left thigh. Gently pressing away from it. Few more breaths. Let's make our way back onto the hands. Shift back. Remove the blocks if you'd like, or continue to use them. Heel toe the foot in. Frame the foot with the hands. Shift the hips back. Left toes point towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, chest is forward. Exhale, chin towards the left knee. Inhale, chest forward, straight spine. Exhale, round it down. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, bring it down. And then rock to bring the weight into the left foot. Plant the palms, send that left leg back, kick it all the way. And then draw the knee down. Rock it around, reset. And then let's come onto our bum. However you want to get there, swivel those legs around. And then let's come onto our forearms. And then slowly come onto your back. Drop the head. Now, with the feet planted at hips distance, they should be close enough that you can graze the heel with your fingertips. Lift the bum, tuck the tailbone, bring the small of the back to the mat. Now, left ankle will come across the right thigh. Gently send the left knee towards the front of the mat. Breathe into this right, left hip crease. Inhale. Exhale. Start to Draw the leg packet towards you. Reach the left hand in between the triangle space, and you can bring the hands to the back of the right hamstring or to the front of the right shin. Now maybe you choose to rock a little from side to side. Energetically keep sending that left knee away from you while bringing the right knee towards you. Notice any sensations and breathe through. Nice and gentle here. Gentle with the breath. Gentle with the body. Good, let's release and switch sides. So left foot plants down, right ankle over the right thigh. Flex the right foot. Energetically send the right knee away from you. Nice deep breath into the hips. Exhale. Right hand reaches between that triangle space. Find your grip. Rock a little, side to side. Couple more breaths here. Your hips are so grateful for this movement. When you're ready, let's slowly come out of that. Release. The last pose that we're going to explore is a wide-legged reclined pose. So I'm going to come this way on the mat and draw the knees into the chest. Extend the legs up in the air. Hands can be right on the thighs. Take an inhale. On your exhale, slowly guide the legs open. So take your time here. Find your limit. Use every exhale to get a little deeper. Bring the hands to the inner thighs and just massage these areas. Let the body know that you love it and that you are caring for it. Massage those tight muscles. Point and flex the toes a couple of times. Maybe roll the ankles. Now you can choose to keep the hands on the inner thighs, or you can extend the arms out. I'm going to be here for at least 10 breaths. And if this grows to be unbearably uncomfortable, slowly close the legs and just be in a fetal posture. But if you are open to surrender into the posture and get deeper, just breathe. Gravity is doing its thing. Couple more breaths. We're in this together. Soften everything else. Let yourself surrender. And if you're feeling any shaking, this is okay. We're almost there. Now, hands come to the outer thighs. Come out just as gently as you came in. So slowly close the legs. Bend the knees. Draw the legs over to one side. Doesn't matter which side. Massage the outer hip crease. then switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Gentle massage. Your body knows exactly where to massage. Open that line of communication. Now for final posture, come into whatever pose you'd like. It could be a reclined butterfly. It could be a fetal posture. Or you could have those legs extended out. Whatever pose you want to be in. And you'll spend your last few moments in your practice to release anything in the mind that no longer serves. Any negative energy that you can acknowledge exists, transform it. Transform every negative thought into something positive. That is the work. You're welcome to stay in this posture as long as you'd like. Thank you for taking the time to give to yourself. By you giving to yourself and refilling your cup, it allows you to pour into the cups of others. So the world will feel that. Thank you. Namaste.